Hey guys, Cool Blonde Way back. I'm Rick.
I'm Maggie.
And we're back with Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Last time on,
we discovered a black market for cyber parts, and there was these hilarious kids that were like operating by mislabeling organs as they were coming off of people.
Mm-hmm.
And
selling them.
Yeah, and it really, really ticked off the major.
Yeah, who went full cyborg at age 6, I think it was.
Yeah, that's what I have in my notes anyways.
So maybe we'll learn a little bit more about that, about like why that's the case and how that's made her life different than others. Mm-hmm. It seems like the standard is still like biological organs for the most part.
Yeah.
But sometimes there needs to be replacements, or sometimes because of the job or the nature or one of power or whatever, they make changes.
I wonder if it's just easier at a certain point before going through like horrendous treatments for a certain disease or something like that. They might just opt to just change out the hardware, basically, instead of a software upgrade where you get vaccines or take medicine for the rest of your life or something like that.
I mean, it certainly seems like there's a cost and a pain in the adaptation, if nothing else. I don't know if that pain always persists, of like a sort of rejection, but we'll find out more. Let's see if we have another standalone or a complex this time.
Hey. I know that episode didn't like have any fights or like anything crazy, but like I swear that was the most sucked into an episode I've been.
No, it was really good. Just this chat room of people trying to work through the same things that we're trying to work through. I mean, it's basically just like our discussions, but with people who actually live in the world and have a little more information than us.
Finally, I see your value.
But yeah, the entire episode was just one conversation that was taking place while she was driving bateau somewhere.
That poor guy.
He's just talking this whole time. I like to think that she has like idle animations set up, you know? So like every now and then she's like, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. You did what? But anyway, in a chat room, especially one like that, you always look at the people who aren't talking, because they're the ones that are just there to listen, because they want to know what the people discussing it and are trying to figure out what they know, what they think, what the impressions are. I was a little suspicious of the defeated man, just because I thought, like, of all the people, like,
I think his name was Baby Ruth. I think that was him.
Like, but I thought, like, if the Laughing Man was a real guy, that's from so long ago, and he did commit that first thing, and then he saw what happened afterwards, and the corporations like took advantage of it, and all of the money that was made, and all that stuff, you would probably feel pretty defeated after that.
Yeah,
emotionally, like that guy seemed to resemble.
Yeah, it's like trying to start this revolution, and like your face gets plastered on things that are making the corporation money now.
Yeah, you just get used.
Yeah, there is a lot of similarities, I feel like, to like Guy Fawkes. It's like he was a revolutionary, but now it's really just like a commercial symbol more than anything else.
And I mean, that sort of taking advantage of people for like social media type stuff, like it happens all the time nowadays. By even police do it.
It reminds me, have you seen The Boys?
I've seen the first season, I think.
Vought kind of incorporates that as well, right?
Yeah.
Of like trying to, in the way that they spin things and use incidents to their advantage. Yeah, but it's working both ways too. Like the corporation is profiting from it, but also there's other hackers out there that seem to be trying to carry his
torch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if, especially if they're hackers, like I don't truly know if they're they believe in the cause as much as maybe they're just trying to get his attention. You know, like, kind of like she was at the end of that conversation, where it's just like, tap.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you've asked the right question. You may now move on to the next level.
Well, and being force transferred, like, I'm sure Major seems to be a very good hacker. Mm-hmm. Like, probably, I don't know what class she would be necessarily.
It seems like she's where some people are more comfortable in their own skins. Like, she seems perfectly comfortable in that whole world.
But, like, she was forcefully transferred with no resistance, you know? Like, it seemed like Laughing Man is on a whole nother level when it comes to the virtual domain.
Yeah.
I guess he could work with Section 9 to take down the corporations, maybe. Like, I'm sure he could find an ally in them more than the normal police force, which we've already seen can easily be corrupted.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that's what, like, has kind of literally held him back all this time, is kind of waiting for allies? And, like, there's all these copycats that are, like, trying to, like, oh, I knew this Laughing Man. Oh!
Well, I'm a little confused about, so the guy that died, that people think is the Laughing Man, yeah, now. He had a server with a bunch of, like, simulations.
Yeah.
But did he make that server? Or did the Laughing Man make those simulations for him and he went rogue and tried to do this assassination thing? Because he was involved in the assassination, right? And so then the Laughing Man came in and killed him because he went rogue?
I thought that the police killed, or like, I thought Nanao served his purpose. Maybe Nanao had been originally working with the Laughing Man, but then Nanao was like, hey, I got a better offer. Because he was working with the corporations and, like, police people and such, and he served his purpose because he wanted to just go down as the Laughing Man.
Yeah.
And get all those accolades.
I feel like, I mean, I really did like the episode, but I feel no closer to the truth than I was before.
That's what it's like being in a chat room, I guess.
I wonder if this is going to relate at all with the episode that we had. Was it a couple episodes ago? Of the revolutionary hero who was cloned. Like, he was being kept alive for a purpose, sort of thing. But this time it seems like the Laughing Man actually still exists and is out there. It's just he's lost control of his persona. I
bet we could take a single concept from every single episode up until this point. One tiny part of each one that they explore slightly. And they would all come together and be the Laughing Man situation. Like, even the very first episode where that guy's, like, loaded into a tank. Like, after he's dead, basically. I bet if we take, like, little points on every episode where it explores that sort of thing. Like, the transfer between brains for that, for the guy that was...
with the geishas or whatever?
Yeah, with the geishas. Or, like what you said with the cloning of that revolutionary guy over and over. If we take all those little bits and you stick them all together, it's like that could be someone's situation.
I mean, that was a corporation, so like it could all touch in together. Like that's the kind of thing that the Laughing Man wants to stop. Yeah. But I wonder, like, sure, he seems to want to stop the corporations of the corruption, but I wonder what he wants to replace it with.
I mean, do you think he's actually gone through the planning that far? He seems meticulous in his hacking, but...
Not sure. Seems patient. He's waited 6 years. Like, I wonder how old he is. Is he a person?
Does he age?
Yeah. Like, does it matter to him?
Well, exactly. Like, maybe the reason why he does things a certain way is because he can't do things every other way.
I think I remember reading something about this show about... like one of the writers of the Bebop episode with like the AI sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Like they liked that so much that they had him work on this show. I don't know what my point was. I had a point, but I've lost it. Yeah, I don't know. Never mind.
It's okay. That happened multiple times in this episode where I was like, okay, I'm following, and then I'd just be like, I had a great thought, and then I was like continuing to listen to them, and it's like, crap, where did it go?
I'm wondering too with the man who poked her and then the transfer happened. He was like, yeah, a kid talking to his mom or something like, "Oh, I don't want to get offline," but he was there as well. So
Or he was a program.
I don't think so.
He just seemed like a host, basically.
Well, I'm wondering if the Laughing Man like hacked him to be in the chat and was like working through him, or if he just like hid in his wake.
Possibly. Is that the real Laughing Man?
I feel like it is. The guy that we saw in the library with like the zipper, which is a giant zipper, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a big zipper.
But they've been talking about copycats quite a lot. And you could say that that Revolutionary General guy is in of himself a copycat of himself. So,
yeah,
that's kind of my go-to idea now.
I'm not even sure, because the Major talked some things here, but I'm not sure if she was trying to lead people astray. But she said, like, the original, and this incident, the Laughing Man, and everyone else is a copycat. So I want to trust her at her word. But I'm also not sure if, because she's in this public avenue, if she's trying to, like, put false information out there.
No, didn't she talk to the chief and say that, hey, I'm going to go on my own, like, research things?
She did. But I'm saying that she has confidential information, and her goal is to track down the Laughing Man.
Yeah.
It's not to educate these people.
No, but to entice them to drop information, you could, like, just ask the right questions, basically.
Which she did. But she also explicitly stated her opinion that the Laughing Man has had exactly 2 incidents.
Mm-hmm. Which, like, they had mentioned and, like, considered, but they hadn't really pursued. Mm-hmm. So her just restating the question and then giving, like, the logical behind the scenes of, like, why this makes sense without giving any true information, like, it was enough to definitely kick out some people that had actually had real information. And who knows, maybe the Laughing Man was there because he was looking for that defeated man, the guy too, that was also hanging out in there.
Maybe. I don't know. They did say, like, he could be watching the woman. Mm-hmm. I'm still very confused. But it's a good kind of confused.
Was the defeated man the only... They specifically said that, like, he wasn't the only hacker there that was watching.
Right.
But
he was the...
to have...
Well, there was something that he was the only one of.
He was the only one that got front seat.
Yeah. Like, a bunch of people tried, but he was the only one or something.
Well...
And he was the only one that got in... Because I think he was the presence that the Major felt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think so.
It's the impression I got as well. Yeah. I like this episode. I hope we get more answers as the time to come.
My brain just feels like it's buzzing.
Mm-hmm. We should transfer it out and, like, put it into a vat or something so it can cool down. All right, good stuff. Let's watch the next one. Thank you guys for watching our reaction to Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. We have to wait to watch the next one, but you don't have to wait to watch our reaction. You can head over to patreon.com/blindwave right now and watch the next 4 reactions, as well as full length, syncing up your own footage. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.